Hello friends, this is Vijay and I hope you are doing well. In this video lecture, we will derive the equation for dual combustion cycle. Here you can see that the PV diagram for dual combustion cycle. Here 0 to 1, it is a constant pressure suction process. 1 to 2, it is a adiabatic compression process. 2 to 3, it is the partial heat supplied through constant volume process, and 3 to 4, it is partial heat supplied during constant pressure process. So in dual combustion cycle, partially we supplied the heat at constant volume, and the remaining heat we supplied at constant pressure. So here we supply the heat energy in two ways, at constant volume and constant pressure. So it is called dual combustion cycle, because partially we supply the heat at constant volume and partially we supply the heat at constant pressure. So it is called dual combustion cycle. And 4 to 5 process, it is adiabatic expansion process. Okay, here the gas will expand, and here we are considering only air is working medium. Okay, so it is also called air standard efficiency. Okay, and here we are also considering the specific heat does not change with respect to temperature. For our simplicity, here we are considering specific heat does not change with respect to temperature. And 5 to 1 process, it is a constant volume heat rejection process. Here you can see that QR. Okay, so at 5 to 1 process, cycle will reject the heat, and during process 2 to 3 and process 3 to 4, here we supply the heat energy at constant volume and constant pressure. Here we are considering 1 kg of air. Okay, M equal to 1 kg. As we discussed, here we supply the heat at constant volume and constant pressure process. So here you can see that on a PV diagram, process 2 to 3, it is the heat supplied in the cycle at constant volume process. Here V2 equal to V3, and we know that gases have two specific heat and water has one specific heat. So whenever we supply the heat energy at constant volume, at that time we are considering CV, specific heat at constant volume, and whenever we supply the heat energy at constant pressure, at that time we are considering CP, specific heat at constant pressure. So in process 3 to 4, okay, here the heat supplied at constant pressure, and here the pressure remain constant throughout the process, so P3 equal to P4, and we are considering Cp because it is the heat supplied at constant pressure during the process 3 to 4, and after heat supply the temperature of the air will be increased, so T4 minus T3. Here you can see that 5 to 1 process, okay, it is the heat rejection process, it is denoted by QR, and we know that after the heat rejection, the temperature of the gases will be decreases. So T5 is greater than T1, and it is a constant volume process. So V1 equal to V5, and we are considering CV, means specific heat at constant volume. So QR equal to CV, T5 minus T1. It is the heat rejection during process 5 to 1. It is a constant volume process. V1 equal to V5. Okay, here we are considering VC and VS. It is the clearance volume and it is the swept volume in the cycle. We have already discussed in previous lecture. We know that work done means heat supply minus heat rejection. So here the heat supplied is during process 2 to 3 and process 3 to 4, and heat rejection is during process 5 to 1. Okay, so the total heat supplied in the cycle, here you can see that partially we supply the heat at constant volume during process 2 to 3, and partially we supply the heat at constant pressure during process 3 to 4. Okay, so the total heat supplied in the cycle equal to heat supplied during the operation 2 to 3 plus the heat supplied during the operation 3 to 4. So heat supplied equal to CV delta T. Temperature difference is T2 minus T3 minus T2, and for process 3 to 4 the temperature difference is T4 minus T3. Same as heat rejection is during process 5 to 1 equal to CV T5 minus T1. But we know that work done equal to heat supply minus heat rejection. Okay, so heat supplied during process 2 to 3 plus 3 to 4, it is equal to Cv, T3 minus T2 plus Cp, T4 minus T3. Okay, as I have already explained, in constant volume process we are considering Cv. Cv means specific heat at constant volume, and in constant pressure process we are considering Cp. And heat rejection, it is also constant volume process, so we are considering Cv. Okay, so these two terms, it is a heat supply and this is a heat rejection term, Cv, T5 minus T1. We know that efficiency of the cycle, okay, in general term, output upon input. Output means net work done divided by input means heat supplied in the cycle. Okay, so we have already derived the equation of heat supplied. Heat supplied at constant volume plus heat supplied at constant pressure, and we have already derived the equation of heat rejection for process 5 to 1. Okay, so work done equal to heat supply minus heat rejection. So put the value of heat supply and work done in basic equation of efficiency. Okay, so this is work done, heat supply at constant volume and heat supplied at constant pressure. This is the total heat supply minus heat rejection divided by heat supply. Further, we simplified this equation of efficiency for dual cycle. Here you can see that in numerator and denominator this term is common, heat supply term is common, because efficiency equal to heat supply minus heat rejection divided by heat supply. So heat supply is common in numerator and denominator, so it is cancelled out, it is equal to 1 minus heat rejection divided by heat supply. Here you can see that, okay, Cp by Cv, the ratio of two specific heat, it is equal to gamma. It is called adiabatic index. Okay, so this Cv term, it is in numerator. Okay, so it is the denominator of denominator. Okay, we can write down in mathematical form. Okay, and this Cv cancel, and Cp by Cv equal to gamma. Okay, so this is the simplified form of above equation. But we know that compression ratio equal to V1 by V2. As we know that compression ratio means it is the ratio of volume before compression, after compression. So R equal to V1 by V2. Okay, it is adiabatic compression process. And we know that for adiabatic compression or process 1 to 2, okay, we have already derived the relationship between pressure and volume, PV raised to gamma equal to constant. We have already derived the equation of relationship between pressure and temperature and volume. Okay, so now we are using the relationship between temperature and volume. T2 by T1 equal to V1 by V2 raised to gamma minus 1. But we know that V1 by V2 equal to R. It is a compression ratio. So put R instead of V1 by V2. So T2 by T1 equal to R raised to gamma minus 1, where gamma is the adiabatic index and its value is 1.4 for air. Same as during constant volume heating process. Okay, here you can see that 2 to 3, it is a constant volume heated process. Okay, so as we know that, okay, according to the combined gas law, okay, PV by T equal to constant. Okay, so here P2 V2 by T2 equal to P3 V3 by T3. But here V2 equal to V3, so P3 by T3 equal to P2 by T2. Further we simplified this term. Okay, here we cross multiplied with each other. So here you can see that T3 by T2 equal to P3 by P2, and here we are considering the ratio of pressure equal to beta, where beta is known as pressure or explosion ratio. Okay, so now we make the object T2. Okay, so T2 equal to T3 divided by beta. Okay, from this term we can find out the value of T2 in terms of T3 and beta. Okay, our objective is to find out all the values T5, T1, T4 in terms of T3. Okay, so finally we can derive the equation. Okay, and we can easily cancel out the remaining term. Okay, so our objective is to convert all temperature in terms of T3 and R in beta term. Then after process 4 to 5. Okay, again it is adiabatic process. It is adiabatic expansion process, and it will follow PV raised to gamma equal to constant law. Okay, and we know that the relationship between temperature and volume for process 4 to 5. So T4 by T5 equal to V5 by V4 raised to gamma minus 1. So how can we derive this equation? So we know that V5 by V4. Okay, V5 by V4. Here V5 equal to V1, because we know that the process pi to 1, it is a constant volume process. So here we separately find out the value of V5 by V4. Okay, so V5 by V4 equal to V5 equal to V1. Here you can see that in the PV diagram it is a constant volume process, so V5 equal to V1. So write down V1 instead of V5 divided by V4. Here we multiplied with V2. Here we multiplied with V2 and divided by V2. Okay, so it is equal to 1. So there is no any effect. Okay, as per the fundamental of mathematical rules, okay, we can multiply with the same term in numerator and denominator. Okay, so we know that V1 by V2 equal to R. Okay, and we know that V4 by V3, it is cutoff ratio. But here V3 by V4 is there, so it is equal to 1 upon rho. So finally we can put V5 by V4 equal to R upon rho and put this value R upon rho instead of V5 by V4. So this is the simplified term of this equation. Okay. Same as during process 3 to 4. Okay, process 3 to 4, it is a constant pressure heat addition process. So here the pressure remain constant. Here we applied the combined gas law, PV by T equal to constant. So P3 V3 by T3 equal to P4 V4 by T4. But here P3 equal to P4, so it is cancelled out. So the remaining term is V3 by T3 equal to V4 by T4. Now we make the object T4, or we can say it is cross multiplied with each other. Okay, so T4 equal to T3 into V4 by V3. But we know that what is cutoff ratio? Okay, it is the ratio of V4 by V3. It is the ratio of volume at cutoff divided by clearance volume. Here you can see that clearance volume equal to V2 equal to V3. Okay, so V4 by V3 equal to rho. It is called cutoff ratio. Okay, so putting the values of T4 in equation, T4 by T5 equal to R upon rho raised to gamma minus 1. We have already derived this equation in previous slide. In this equation, we put the value of T4, okay, equal to rho into T3 in this term. Okay, so we get T4 equal to rho into T3. T5 is there, it is remain as it is, equal to R upon rho raised to gamma minus 1. Here we make the object T5, and this term is in cross multiplication with each other. So T5 equal to rho into T3 into rho upon R raised to gamma minus 1. So it is the value of T5 in terms of T3. It is our objective to convert all the terms in T3 term. Here T4 is converted into T3, here T5 is converted into T3. Okay, so from the previous slide, we have already derived this relation T2 equal to T3 by beta, as well as we have already derived this relation for process 1 to 2 for adiabatic process, T2 by T1 equal to V1 by V2 raised to gamma minus n, and V1 by V2 equal to R. Okay, so T2 by T1 equal to R raised to gamma minus 1. Okay, so our objective is to convert all the terms in T3, and we need to calculate the value of T1 in terms of T3. Okay, so further we are using this equation to calculate the value of T1. Okay, so put the value of T2 equal to T3 by beta. Here you can see that in this term, okay, T2 by T1 is there. Okay, here we put the value of T2 from this equation, T2 equal to T3 by beta. Okay, so put the value of T2 here, okay, divided by T1 equal to R raised to gamma minus 1. Now we make the object T1, okay, so T1 equal to T3 by beta into 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1. So here we calculate the value of T1 in terms of T3. Now we insert the values of T1, T2, T4 and T5 in equation 1, okay, which is already derived in previous slide. Okay, the efficiency of dual cycle equal to work done upon heat supply. Okay, work done means heat supply minus heat rejection divided by heat supply. Okay, we have already derived equation 1 in previous slide. Okay, so here we put the values of T1, T2, T4, T5. Okay, we have already derived this value in terms of T3. Okay, put this value in equation 1. So efficiency of dual cycle equal to 1 minus, here T5 equal to, here you can see that rho into T3 in bracket rho upon R raised to gamma minus 1. Put this value of T5 in equation 1. Then after put the value of T1 equal to T3 by beta into 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1 here. Okay, same as T3 is there. Okay, no need to calculate because all the terms in T3. T2 equal to T3 by beta. Put the value of T2 equal to T3 by beta here. Okay, same for T4 equal to T3 into V4 by V3 equal to rho into T3 because we know that it is cutoff ratio. So T4 equal to rho into T3. Okay, put this value here, T4 equal to rho into T3. Okay, the remaining term is as it is, gamma. Okay. So we simplified this term. We have already derived in previous slide. Okay, as per the fundamental of mathematical rules. Okay, here we give the index separately. Okay, so rho raised to gamma minus 1 divided by R raised to gamma minus 1. Here we give the index separately to numerator and denominator. Okay, minus T3 by Bt, the remaining term is as it is. Okay, so here you can see that in numerator and denominator the T3 term is common, temperature T3 is common, as well as in numerator 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1 is also common term. So T3 is cancelled out and 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1 it is common in numerator, so it is keep it outside. Okay, and here you can see that, okay, as per the index rule, whenever the base is common, so it is the subtraction or addition of the index. Okay, so here you can see that rho raised to 1 into rho raised to gamma minus 1, so 1 minus 1 means 0 and the remaining term is rho raised to gamma. Okay, minus here T3 is cancelled and this is the common term, so remaining term is 1 upon beta. Same as T3 is cancelled because it is common in numerator and denominator. Okay, so 1 minus 1 upon beta plus gamma rho minus 1 in bracket. So here you can see that in numerator and denominator the beta term is common. Okay, so first of all beta is multiplied with rho raised to gamma, so beta into rho raised to gamma minus 1. Same as in denominator, beta is multiplied with 1, so beta minus 1 upon beta. So in numerator and denominator 1 upon beta is common, so it is cancelled out. Okay, so the remaining term is efficiency of dual cycle equal to 1 minus 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1 into bracket beta into rho raised to gamma minus 1 divided by beta minus 1 plus beta into gamma into rho minus 1. Okay, this is the equation of efficiency for dual cycle. Thank you friends for watching this video. I hope this content it will be helpful to you.